To set up your space. Might be inviting some water, or some of you might invite that last toke. Kind of inviting that mindfulness and intention. In a moment to thank cannabis for helping us connect with our bodies and relax, soften. We'll start our class today in Shavasana, in laying on our back. If that's not working, feel free to stay seated up in meditation. You can also be on your belly, on your side, any shape where you can find some stillness. If you are laying on your back, begin to find that comfortable space. You can wiggle the hips, the shoulders, or roll the head side to side a few times. The legs spreading out, the toes in. You can invite blankets, pillows, and eye coverings. And we'll bring the awareness towards the breath. First, noticing our breath. Noticing the sensation. Inhales makes the chest expand. The exhales allow the body to relax here, releasing some of the tension we carry. And choosing to slow down tonight, slow down the breath, slow down the mind. Exhaling, relaxing shoulders and chest, the neck, the jaw. And then softening through the belly, softening through the spine, all the way down towards the pelvis. Releasing the hips, glutes, the legs, arms. As we let the body soften, notice if there's any part of your body that needs space. If there's tensions or aches, invite a few breaths into that space. make them loving and expansive. And imagine that the exhales is that, again, that release. Physical or emotional tensions. Uh, then notice any place in the body that feels light. A place that feels warm. And use your breath to spread that warmth, that sense of lightness here. And breathing it all through the body. And then wiggling fingers and toes will begin to notice the body back again. Gently returning. You might draw some circles with the ankles and wrists. You can open and close the hands and point and flex the toes. And then coming back to the breath and the body, you will begin to gently wake up. With an inhale, we'll bring the arms all the way up and back. And then reaching through fingertips, reaching through toes, looking for that full body stretch. Maybe there's a yawn to explore, and exhale, relax. The elbows gently bend. And we'll bring slowly the soles of the feet to touch on the knees. We'll open up wide. And as you land, notice how it feels and adjust. You can wiggle shoulders and hips. Roll the head side to side and then gaze still, the chin slightly in, and relax through shoulders, chest. Making shapes sustainable, loving. One more deep breath. You can glide the hand through the thighs, the floor, and all the way towards the sides of the thighs. Help those knees close back up. Feet to the mat. Feet hip width distant, parallel. We'll inhale the arms all the way up, and then bend the elbows and let the hands fall on opposite elbow. Chin slightly in, and from here, the elbows will begin to draw gentle circles. Think about it as a massage. The shoulders, the shoulder blades. Your circles can be tiny, or you can add up by making your circles bigger. Stretching just a little bit here, finding space. And when ready, switch direction of those circles. One more breath. And releasing the arms by the sides, palms facing down. We'll walk the heels a little bit closer back to the buttocks. Push the feet down, ground through the hands. Pin slightly in and then ground through shoulders as you inhale and lift the hips all the way up. Chin to chest, gaze steady. Imagine your knees pushing forward and up so they're not opening or closing. Relax the lips. And if your glutes are clenched, release them. Lift the hips. You can stay here, or some of you will bring the hands and interlace. Bring the hands together, interlace fingers. Maybe you roll to the outer edges of the shoulders. And everybody inhale, lift the hips. 3 deep breaths. You got this. For those of you with fingers interlaced, we'll bring the hands apart. And everybody bring the hips all the way down to the earth. One knee to the chest, and then the other. Give yourself a hug. Rock side to side. That lower back massage. And from here, we'll take our time to slowly roll to the sides. We're gonna roll to that left side of the body into a fetal position. From there, we're gonna adjust. We're gonna find a tall spine. Gonna let the arms forward, straight, palms touching, arms relaxed. Notice your knees and maybe you try to draw a 90-degree shape with them. Imagine that. And we'll start in stages here. We'll first inhale and lift that right arm all the way up. For here, we're going to begin to draw some circles with that hand. And you can notice that stretch or that movement coming from the shoulder. Imagine that straight arm. And as you do, begin to make your circles a little bit wider. Maybe you take a full 3 loops before finding the biggest opening. So let it be a process. For some of you, the circles will be tiny. Others might find a bigger circle. And trying to bring that hand closer to the ground, maybe switch directions. See what happens if you go the other way. The next inhale, bring the arm all the way up. We're going to take our time. We're going to take 3 or even 5 breaths, gently opening. So with an exhale, we'll close both hands, bringing that right hand on top of the left. With an inhale, we'll lift the arm all the way up, fingertips reaching to the ceiling. Gaze follows the hand, exhale, close, and take 3 breaths to begin to open up. Breath by breath, a little bigger. Gaze follows exhale. Right hand down. Find your rhythm. And at that last breath, we'll inhale that right hand all the way up. And as you exhale, gaze follows. Drop the arm slowly all the way down into a twist. Grounding through that right shoulder. A moment to arrive. And then invite 5 slow breaths. And when you're ready, we'll slowly find our way into being on our backs with the feet on the earth. The feet hip width distance, parallel, close, back to the hips. Bring the chin slightly in. And when ready, we'll inhale and lift the hips all the way up to the sky. Adjust knees, relax glutes. And exhale, bring the hips all the way back down. Inhale, lift the hips and lift the arms all the way up and back. And exhale. Invite 5 of them. And let the breath be the one that moves the body. The movement follows the breath. And when complete, we'll bring that right ankle outside of the left thigh. Right ankle outside of left thigh. And we'll flex the right toes. That right knee is pushing forward. Finding a little opening on the hip. And notice where you're at today. We'll find a few options. Option 1 is staying here. Option 2 is lifting that left leg, bringing hands beneath thigh or maybe even fingers interlaced. Keep those right toes flexed and use our right elbow to help that knee open up a tiny more. Notice the hips and balance the hips out. both hips pushing down, and then balance through the shoulders, releasing them down into chest, and make it your own. And rock that leg side to side. Some of you might draw some circles. One direction and the other for balance. 3 deep breaths. And we're keeping the legs just as they are. So legs as they are. Now release the arms by the sides into a T. And then you can adjust. You can activate that left shin, bring it parallel to the earth. Imagining that you could stack the knees with the hips. And then from there, draw a straight line so that that right foot drops to the floor. That right knee is projecting forward, and if you can round a little bit through that right hip. Relax the shoulders, stay here or gaze to the right. And close the eyes and notice if you're holding or grasping in any way. Using your breath to really last 3 breaths. Gaze comes back to center. The knees will come to the chest. We'll give ourselves a hug and a squish. And when you're ready, we're gonna roll into a fetal position, this time towards the right side. You'll find a tall spine here. You can adjust your legs, imagining a 90-degree angle with the knees. And then extend both arms. Palms are touching. With an inhale, we'll lift that left arm all the way up. And gaze follow. And we'll draw some circles with that hand. And you can get playful with the weight of the hand. Make weird circles. Play with gravity. And then slowly begin to expand those circles so that you're getting a really nice stretch. Fingertips are reaching as you sway. You can switch the directions of those circles and notice how that feels. And then some of you might reach the arm up and back and kind of reach that nice little gentle peck kind of feeling. Going from here even. You might sway a little bit there or find another spot that feels good. 2 more breaths. And the next exhale, we'll drop that left hand on top of the right. Gaze follow. Inhale, bring that left hand all the way up. Reaching through fingertips, gaze up, and exhale, close it back up. Take 3 breaths to begin to explore before fully opening. Inhale, hand up and back. Exhale, release. And on this last one, open up both arms. The gaze follow as and fall to the left. 3 deep breaths. Gaze back to center, knees back up, feet to the earth. This time we'll bring that left foot outside of that right thigh. That left knee pushing forward, the left toes are active and flexed. Find that balance in the hip, in the shoulders, in the back of the head. Stay here or lift that right leg, hands beneath the thigh. Invite micro movement, rocking side to side. Notice your shoulders and make sure you're releasing the shoulders down. Chin slightly in, the chest open. And we'll keep the legs as they are. We'll let the arms open up wide into a T. Wide, yeah. I'm gonna drop this time that left foot to the right, and you can adjust the legs. Imagine in that 90-degree shape for a moment. From there, that left foot draws a straight line down as you find that little twist. Find your left knee as you project it forward. And stay here or gaze travels all the way to the left. Find your shape, soften, 5 full cycle. Eventually returns back to center. One knee and then the other to the chest. Hands beneath the thighs, and we'll go for a spinal massage as we rock back and forth. And finding a seated position in 5 more rolls. If you have a block, a blanket, or a pillow, you can invite that beneath the sit bones to get the hips elevated. But if you don't have that, don't worry. Everyone will sway side to side and then back and forth a few times. And find ourselves pushing the sit bones down, a tall spine, rolling shoulders back, down, shoulder blades melting down away from ears. And we'll bring the hands, both hands, into peace sign here. So we're releasing that index and middle finger, thumb on top of the two little ones. Bring the hands to the sides, align with the hips. And you let the fingertips gently touch the ground. You're not bringing pressure here, it's like a subtle connection. We'll lift the heart and close the eyes and notice the shape. Thumbs, the fingertips and the sit bones connected to the earth, and from there, inhale to lengthen. And exhale, imagine that energy coming all the way back down to the earth. And we created our own little triangle of grounding. This gesture of the hand allow us to connect to that energy of the earth that helps us slow down our nervous system, our hearts. That supports the body as we also rest in the shape. And take 3 breaths, receiving that. And slowly, slowly releasing, bringing palms together to touch, to the heart, the elbows pointing out here, the heart lifting. Samastitihi, also a hand gesture that invites balance. And find that balance through the body, imagining a little line dividing the body. Notice the right and the left side. And then from the hip, from the waist all the way down, and from the waist all the way up. Quadrants. We'll inhale and open up the arms. Find our shape as you lift the heart, shoulders back and down. Maybe gaze come forward, project the chin. And exhale, curve the upper back, chin to chest, and give yourself a loving hug. Make it slow. You're getting to know you for the first time. Inhale to open up. Cell by cell, opening up slowly. Fingertips reach hard, projecting. And exhale, curve. And rather than the shape, it's about the sensation. What the body really enjoys or needs. We'll find 3 more breaths. That final exhale, stay for a moment in that hug. That space within. Thank you for taking care of yourselves tonight. We'll inhale the arms forward and all the way up, palms facing forward. Ground through the sit bones here, and we'll lead with the heart. With an inhale, heart forward. And as you exhale, head down. The hands can arrive to the earth, maybe on fingertips, maybe palms. Some of you might bring the forearms together, forehead down, or reach all the way down, wherever you're at. Fingertips are projecting forward, and as you exhale, hit bones back and down, and notice that little gentle stretch and all of the space that was freed. Notice your shoulders, and you can sway the shoulders side to side. Maybe even draw some circles as you let the head be relaxed, the neck relax. Finding 2 more breaths. And then hands walking all the way back. We'll bring both hands back behind the sacrum, and we'll interlace the fingers. Some of you might get the wrists, the heels of the hand to touch. Some of you can align the wrist. Roll the shoulders back and down, lifting the heart. The hands are pointing back and down. You can stay here. This can be a lot for some of us. Opening the heart, relaxing, finding space. But if you feel pretty okay here, you might continue to push the hands back and down as you lift the heart. Gaze to your upper diagonal. Staying here or gaze all the way up to the sky. Heart lift. Stay here or bring the tongue out and point the tip of the tongue up to the ceiling. Notice that stretch. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling. And slowly shake the hands. Draw some circles. One side and then the other. With the help of your hands by your hips, switch your legs if your legs are crossed. As you arrive, find a tall spine. Find that connection to earth. Find a really stable and rooted posture. Once you find that, inhale, lift the arms all the way up, palms face forward. And exhale, heart forward and bow to the earth. Find your shape, fingertips reaching. Exhale, sit bones back and down. Relaxing through the back of the neck. And again, you can sway side to side. Or draw circles with shoulders. Two more breaths. And hands walking backwards towards the knee. From here, we'll invite some circles with the shoulders. Maybe the neck wants to move a little bit too. We'll draw some circles forward. And then do some head rolls. Gentle neck and head rolls. One more breath. And finding your way to a full spine. Taking your time to transition into your hands and knees. And we've been seated for a while, so stretch out the legs a few times. Maybe you rock back and forth. Pushing that heel down, getting that nice stretch on the ankle, on the calf. Switching sides so that both legs get a little long. Finding your way back to center. We're gonna do some flowy cat and cow. By flowy I mean find a little flow with our breath. We're gonna take a little bit of a modified version. We're gonna bend the elbows gently, and the eyes of the elbows are pointing backwards. We're gonna lift the heart, lift the tail, lift the gaze. It's like a little push-up gently. And with an exhale, we're gonna curve the upper back, chin to chest. Bringing hips towards the heels and take the full exhale to arrive. Fingertips reaching, sit bones pushing back and down, empty out. Then inhale, all the way up. Open the elbows, with the tail, the heart. And find your little flow. You can close the eyes, there is nothing to see, and so much to feel and to notice. One more breath. And we'll stay on that child. You can keep your knees as they are, or you can let them open up wider. Toes coming to touch. Forehead down. Release the shoulder. Rock the forehead side to side or wiggle the hips. Find here 5 breaths. As you're ready, we'll find our way up into a table. Hands beneath the wrist beneath the shoulders, and hips on top of the knees. You're gonna bring a little bit of fire to this very moonlish-like practice. Maybe it's a full moon. Begin a little bit of fire by curving the back toes under, activating the shoulder blades here, navel in. We'll push hands and toes, balls of the foot, and we'll lift the knees a tiny little bit, 1 millimeter. You can check this by bringing your gaze, finding the knees, and if they lift, bring them back down. Find a flat back. Engage the navel, find your breath. And breathing for 5, 4, 3, 1, and bring the knees down. You can bring the hips to the heels with the toes curved, walking the hands back. Take a moment to let the hands shake a little bit, drawing some circles with the wrists. If you want, you can use the index fingers to move all the toes to the sides to get a little stretch. Hands in front of the knees. You can land on fingertips here, so spider hands, and rock the knees back and forth. A little bit of love to the feet. A stretch to the toes. One more breath. Then gently release. Find yourself a table and stomp the feet up and down. Realizing that tension. From here, a few options. We're gonna do a breath exercise. You can take a moment to sit and listen, whichever shape you prefer. We're gonna do a breath exercise, and then we're gonna go straight to Shavasana. So as you get set, take a moment to see if there's anything that you like to invite to your Shavasana. That might be extra layers, blankets, or pillows, and we'll keep those close by so that after the breath exercise, we can comfortably kind of slowly glide into our Shavasana. We are going to be using Kapalabhati breath, so breath of fire. And that means that we're going to be pumping with the diaphragm, so we're going to pump the diaphragm, pushing it in. And we're not going to pay attention to the exhales. We're only going to do the exhales and not the inhales. We're going to come through the nose. We're going to pump as we exhale. We're going to try these in a seated posture, and I'm going to give 3 options. Actually, you can stay seated, gentle meditation, any seated posture that works for you. Some others might enjoy coming to hero. You can always use a pillow on top of the ankles or a block between the heels. And we'll do this breath work. Others might come to Malasana. So bringing the feet as wide as the mat with the toes falling out, the heels in. We'll drop the hips back down. Hands to heart. Elbows help us open up. And if you're curving, lift a tiny little bit, lift the heart. Exhale, hips back and down. Whichever shape you're choosing, make it work. We're going to do 2 rounds of Kapalabhati breath, and I'm going to be making that gentle reminder to switch and take a little pause. I'm going to take 3/3 of our inhale in and begin the practice. Exhale. Exhale all the air out. Empty. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale, release. 3 deep breaths in between. And again, let's get ready. 3/3 of an inhale in and exhale. Exhale out. Empty. Deep inhale in, hold. And exhale, let it go. Prepare yourself for your final pose, deep relaxation in Shavasana. You're invited to wear layers. Bring that pillow, that blanket. Slowly coming down, the legs spread out wide, arms by the side, palms facing up. Close the eyes. Exploring what's here for you and the benefits of your practice. Slowly we'll begin to return. Wrapping up stories and waking up the body, wiggling fingers and toes. Deep inhale in, the heart expands. In the mouth, let it go. Ah. As you feel ready, you'll inhale the arms all the way up and back. And then continue to reach your fingertips and toes, that full body stretch. Nice. Yawn. And relaxing here. And the elbow. Relax the leg. We'll roll to one side into a fetal position. Staying there, enjoying, lingering. And with your help of your hand and forearm, pushing the floor, coming up, seated. The awareness still within. Hands to the heart, symbol of our physical practice coming to an end, and an invitation to a gratitude of practice of gratitude as you bring to your heart to things for which you feel grateful for today. Take a breath with them. We say thank you. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Thanking our plant ally cannabis for being today with us in this way, helping us relax, release, soothe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanking each other as we build this practice together, and thank you for your practice too. Thank you, gracias. Welcome back, Ganja Yogi. We'll stay here for a little bit if you want to check in with us. We know that you're busy people and might have the munchies, and you're welcome to check out if you need. You can use your hands, your voice, chat. We always love to hear from you.